Melinda Gates has broken her silence with words that feel both restrained and deeply emotional. Speaking candidly, she made it clear that the unresolved questions surrounding Jeffrey Epstein and the powerful figures linked to him are not hers to answer. Those explanations, she said, belong to the people directly involved, including her former husband, Bill Gates. It was a firm but measured stance, one that reflected both distance and resolve. Her remarks surfaced after a new wave of documents brought renewed attention to Epstein's network, with Bill Gates' name appearing repeatedly in released communications. While Melinda avoided engaging in specific claims or details, she acknowledged how painful it has been to see those connections discussed so publicly. For her, each new revelation felt less like breaking news and more like reopening wounds that never fully disappeared. She admitted that moments like these are personally difficult, not because they surprise her, but because they force her to revisit a chapter of her life marked by emotional strain and private heartbreak. Seeing those allegations come back into the spotlight stirred memories of a marriage that, behind its public image, carried deep cracks. Still, Melinda emphasized that she made a conscious decision to stop living in that pain. She chose to move forward, even when the past tried to pull her back. Throughout the conversation, her empathy for Epstein's victims was unmistakable. Melinda spoke with quiet anger and sorrow about the young women who were exploited, stressing that no one, especially vulnerable girls, should ever be placed in such situations. She acknowledged the courage it takes for survivors to step forward, speak publicly, and relive trauma in pursuit of justice. What they endured, she said, is nearly impossible to comprehend. Melinda did not shy away from addressing the role Bill Gates' association with Epstein played in the end of their 27-year marriage. She clarified that the decision to leave was not triggered by a single event or dramatic revelation. Instead, it was the accumulation of concerns over time, moments that eroded trust and left her feeling that the foundation of the relationship was no longer solid. Eventually, she realized that staying meant compromising her own emotional safety. Leaving the marriage was not an impulsive act. It was a painful, deliberate choice that came after deep reflection. Walking away from a life she had built for decades and later distancing herself from the foundation they created together was heartbreaking. There was grief, sadness, and a sense of loss, not just of a partner, but of a future she once believed in. Despite that, Melinda stands firmly behind her decision. She described it as necessary, not only for her own healing, but for her integrity. Trust, once broken beyond repair, could not simply be ignored or rebuilt through silence. Today, she says she has found a way to move on. While the echoes of the past occasionally resurface, they no longer define her. Her focus is now on growth, purpose, and advocacy, and on the hope that the women harmed by Epstein will finally receive acknowledgement, accountability, and justice. For Melinda Gates, this chapter is no longer about scandal or speculation. It is about truth, boundaries, and choosing self-respect over staying in a situation that no longer felt safe or honest.
For full video, click related link below or like and subscribe this channel.